A police officer found a bag full of money, but the bag has a sticker of your name. And very soon, my beloved child, Archangel Michael says tonight something beyond imagination has been discovered. A police officer, known for his silence and discipline, opened a dusty old bag found near an abandoned railway track. But the shock came when he brushed away the dirt and saw your name clearly printed on a small golden sticker attached to it. He froze for a moment, unable to believe his eyes. The bag was heavy, packed with bundles of money, crisp, untouched, almost too perfect to be real. Yet your name was there, glowing faintly under the station light, like it was waiting for him to notice it at this exact hour. That's when everything began to shift. His heartbeat grew faster. His radio suddenly lost connection and a faint voice whispered in his ear. This bag belongs to someone chosen. Someone who doesn't even know their life is about to change. The officer didn't know that voice was guiding him straight to you. Something huge is waiting for you. He picked up the bag and drove silently through the night. The city lights blurred behind him as his vehicle moved toward your neighborhood. He didn't understand why his hands were trembling or why your name kept echoing in his head like a divine signal. He just knew he had to deliver it before dawn. Something huge is waiting for you. In that moment, miles away, you might have felt an unexplained heaviness in your chest. Maybe you looked around your room, sensing something close, something meant for you. The energy in the air shifted. The clock ticked louder. Your name felt alive, vibrating through unseen frequencies. That's when Archangel Michael looked toward you. He whispered softly, "My child, destiny is moving faster than your fear. Don't look back. Don't stop. The reward that carries your name has been released. Something huge is waiting for you." The police officer stopped his car at the edge of your street. He noticed something strange. The street light above your house flickered twice, and then stayed glowing as if signaling him that he was in the right place. He checked the tag once more. Your name still shined untouched. He took a deep breath and stepped out, holding that mysterious bag close to his chest. Something huge is waiting for you. He rang your doorbell once, but before you could open it, he heard a faint metallic hum from inside the bag. It wasn't the sound of coins or paper. It was the sound of energy. Like something spiritual wrapped in money bound to a purpose you were chosen to fulfill. He almost stepped back, afraid. But then the voice came again. This bag belongs to the one who never gave up. The one who cried in silence, the one whose blessings were delayed, not denied. Something huge is waiting for you. He placed the bag near your door. Looked up at the sky, and said quietly, "It's done." Then he turned and disappeared into the night, leaving only the soft glow of the street light behind. You opened the door moments later, your heart pounding as your eyes locked on that bag, your name written in gold, shining faintly as if alive. Something huge is waiting for you. You hesitated for a second. The wind shifted. A faint scent of sandalwood brushed past you, an ancient sign of divine presence. Your hands trembled as you reached forward, touching the bag. It was warm. It felt like it had been waiting just for you. Something huge is waiting for you. Inside that bag wasn't just money. It was destiny sealed in paper form. Each bundle carried a message, an unseen signature, and a vibration that matched your energy field. It was never stolen, never lost, only hidden until this moment. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael says, "The universe moves its pieces silently, my child. When it is your turn, even lost treasures will find their way home." The bag didn't appear by chance. It was the return of every act of kindness you once gave without expecting anything back. Something huge is waiting for you. The night grew still. You felt the warmth of tears in your eyes, not from fear, but from realization. Every rejection, every moment of doubt, every unseen prayer was being answered now through this silent delivery. The heavens had finally called your name aloud. Something huge is waiting for you. Then your phone lit up. An unknown number flashed with a single text. Open the letter inside the bag. It's not from me. It's from someone who's been watching over you. You froze because you hadn't yet told anyone what had happened. Something huge is waiting for you. You reached deeper into the bag and found a sealed envelope wrapped in gold foil. Your name was handwritten and below it was a date, the exact day you had once cried and said, "I can't go on anymore." That was the same day heaven decided to send this back to you. Something huge is waiting for you. You opened the envelope slowly. Inside was a small handwritten note. Every delay was divine. Every tear was counted. Now it's your turn. The signature below was unreadable. Yet the energy from the ink pulsed through your fingertips like an electric wave of hope. Something huge is waiting for you. And just as you finished reading, your phone rang again. This time the same officer's voice came through trembling. I don't know what's in that bag," he said. "But after I left it there, a blinding light followed me all the way back to the station. I think you were meant to have it. Something huge is waiting for you." You stood there frozen, realizing this wasn't about luck. It was alignment. You didn't chase it. It found you. And the timing, oh, the timing was sacred. The universe had waited for your heart to be ready before sending back what was rightfully yours. Something huge is waiting for you. Your entire life began to flash before your eyes. The sacrifices, the sleepless nights, the silent faith when no one believed in you, all of it had led to this single night. A moment that looked ordinary but was destined to rewrite everything. Something huge is waiting for you. As the clock struck midnight, a faint blue light emerged from the bag, rising like mist. It wrapped around you gently like an embrace. The energy whispered through your chest. Your blessings were never lost, only delayed for divine timing. Something huge is waiting for you. The next morning, newspapers would report a mysterious case, an officer delivering a bag that no longer exists. But by then, your world would already have shifted. You would have opened not just money, but a door that heaven itself had sealed with your name. Something huge is waiting for you, my beloved child. What happened next was something even the officer couldn't explain. After he left your house that night, he tried to return to the station, but his car engine refused to start. Every light on his dashboard flickered in unison, forming the same number over and over again. 777, the same number printed faintly in one corner of that golden sticker carrying your name. He sat there stunned, realizing this was no coincidence. The number wasn't random. It was a divine mark, a code of completion, and a reminder that the person connected to that name was entering their destined chapter. He knew in his bones that he wasn't just part of a police case anymore. He was part of a prophecy unfolding right in front of his eyes. Meanwhile, inside your house, you sat quietly beside the bag. The light in your room dimmed for a moment and then brightened again, almost as if the universe was adjusting its focus onto you. That bag seemed alive now. You could feel a heartbeat pulsing from within it, synced perfectly with yours. Something huge is waiting for you. You looked closer and noticed a small envelope at the bottom that you hadn't opened before. It was thinner than the others, almost invisible under the stacks of currency. When you lifted it, a soft shimmer of silver dust fell across your fingers, a sign of spiritual energy. The envelope had no name, no writing, only a fingerprint pressed in silver ink. You took a deep breath, gently opening it. Inside, there was a single folded note that read, "Look beneath the bag. The truth has been hidden below what you were meant to find." You froze, your breath catching as your heart pounded harder than ever before. You slowly lifted the bag and there, taped to the bottom, was a tiny black device with a red blinking light. Something huge is waiting for you. At first, you thought it was something dangerous. But then it flickered once and projected a faint hologram, a soft blue light forming into the shape of a message. The words appeared midair. You are closer to something meant only for you. This money is not random, it's your divine payback. You couldn't move. The light swirled around you and began to form symbols, an ancient seal of protection and abundance. The same one Archangel Michael guards over the chosen. The bag had been hidden for years, waiting until your energy, your timeline, and your vibration matched its frequency. Something huge is waiting for you. That officer who found it wasn't just an officer. He was chosen to deliver what others failed to steal. Every person who tried to touch that bag before him lost something. Their careers collapsed. Their paths were blocked because the energy sealed inside belonged to only one soul, yours. You can't explain it logically, but your intuition knows. Deep down, you always felt something of yours was missing. Something invisible but powerful. Tonight, it's returning. The bag, the light, the message, all divine timing. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael says, when heaven marks a name, it cannot be erased by man. What belongs to you will circle the earth if needed, but it will still find its way back into your hands. You weren't forgotten. You were being positioned. Every delay was heaven's redirection. As dawn approached, that bag began to hum again, faintly vibrating as if unlocking a second layer. A paper slowly slid out from one of the bundles. Not a banknote, but a document sealed with a silver thread. The header read, "Confidential Asset Transfer. Authorized Recipient." Your name. Something huge is waiting for you. You blinked twice, barely believing your eyes. The document listed your initials, your address, and an old date. The same day you had once made a silent promise to the universe that you'd rise again no matter what. This wasn't a coincidence. This was divine precision. The words below it said, "Funds restored, debts cleared. This is your recovery season." You held the paper close to your heart. Tears forming as the air around you filled with warmth, a sign of angelic presence. You realized this was never about the money. It was about the universe proving that you were never unseen. Something huge is waiting for you. Just then, your phone buzzed again. The same officer's name flashed on the screen. But before you could answer, another call came in, this time from a private number. You answered instinctively, and a calm, confident voice said, "Don't be afraid. The bag is your confirmation. Your blessings have been tracked. Your season of lack has expired." The line went silent, but in the background you heard faint, humming like a celestial frequency or a choir of light. You knew you weren't hearing a person. You were hearing confirmation. Something huge is waiting for you. By sunrise, strange things began to align. Your pending payments started clearing. Old messages of apology began arriving. People who had once blocked your energy started feeling the pull to reach out. The flow of abundance had restarted and the vibration was expanding faster than you could comprehend. You didn't chase it, you magnetized it. Something huge is waiting for you. Then came the final sign. As you stood near the window holding that glowing note, you saw a police car parked outside once again. The same officer stepped out, this time without the uniform. He looked calmer, peaceful, almost lighter, as if his burden was gone. He smiled faintly, holding a sealed envelope in his hand. He said, "I don't know who you are, but I was told to give you this." His voice trembled as he continued, "After I delivered that bag, my shift ended. But, before leaving, my chief told me something strange. The file number on that case disappeared from every record. It's as if it never existed. Something huge is waiting for you." He handed you the envelope and stepped back. You opened it slowly. Inside was a certificate stamped with an invisible seal that glowed only under light. It read, "Case closed, divine retrieval complete." Beneath it, a signature shimmered faintly, and for a moment, it looked like the name Michael. You looked up to thank the officer, but he was already walking away, disappearing into the morning fog. The air shimmered softly around you. You realized this wasn't a human delivery. It was divine coordination. Something huge is waiting for you. You held that bag one last time and this time it felt lighter. You understood the money wasn't the miracle. The message was the universe had just proven that everything meant for you cannot miss you. Now pause here, close your eyes, take one deep breath, and whisper, "I'm ready to receive, because my child, you are standing in the doorway of your restoration. Something huge is waiting for you." Stay till the end because what comes next will reveal where that bag truly came from and what hidden connection ties your name to the officer who found it. Something huge is waiting for you, my beloved child. As the morning light touched your window, the world outside looked normal, but your energy had changed forever. You could feel that something was rearranging behind the scenes, like invisible hands shifting, timelines just for you. The sound of the birds outside felt softer, yet somehow louder, as if they too were whispering your name. You sat quietly with that golden bag beside you, your fingers tracing your name printed on it again and again. Every time you touched it, it felt like a heartbeat, steady, alive, aware. Then you noticed something you hadn't seen before. A faint engraving on the zipper, almost hidden in the light. It wasn't a serial number. It was a word, return. Something huge is waiting for you. You blinked, reading it again. Return. The moment you spoke it aloud, the light inside the bag flickered. The air turned warm. Your room's silence deepened. And then a small folded card slid out from under the bag on its own. It was blank on one side, but when you flipped it over, words began to appear slowly in glowing ink. This bag once belonged to someone who prayed for you. Your breath caught. 1,000 memories flooded your heart at once. Someone from your past, maybe long gone, who had loved you, quietly, protected you even in silence. The energy of the note felt familiar, like a soul who never stopped watching you. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael says, "My beloved, nothing truly lost ever leaves your orbit. When heaven hides something, it's to return it in perfect time, multiplied." You could almost feel his wings around your shoulders, steadying your breath, whispering that you were safe to open the next part of the truth. You lifted the bag again, and beneath it was another letter sealed with deep blue wax. It carried the emblem of a small sword, the mark of divine protection. You opened it slowly and the handwriting made your heart skip. It was someone you knew. Someone who once promised, "When I rise, you rise, too." Something huge is waiting for you. The letter read, "If you're reading this, it means the right officer found the bag and heaven allowed the circle to complete. This money is not for luxury. It's for purpose. You will soon understand why your name was chosen." The moment you finished reading, your phone buzzed again. The officer's number flashed one last time, but this time the call wasn't from him. A gentle female voice spoke. "The officer you're trying to reach no longer works here. He resigned last night and left no forwarding address. He said, 'My mission is done. Something huge is waiting for you.'" You stood frozen. The truth hit you like thunder wrapped in silence. That officer wasn't just a man. He was a messenger. A vessel chosen to return. What was stolen, hidden, delayed, or denied? His disappearance wasn't an ending. It was completion. You looked back at the bag, realizing now it wasn't just filled with wealth. It carried a promise fulfilled. A promise from someone who had once told heaven, "If I can't be there to help them myself, send an angel who can." Something huge is waiting for you. The energy in your house began to shift again. The light bulb above your head glowed brighter for a second and then a soft gold shimmer filled the room. You closed your eyes and felt warmth spreading from your chest to your fingertips. You weren't imagining it. The heavens were confirming that this wasn't about chance. Your name was marked long before you ever knew this story existed. Something huge is waiting for you. Suddenly, the television in the background turned on by itself. A news anchor spoke about a mysterious donation made to an orphanage. A large sum delivered anonymously overnight. The police had no record of who delivered it. But the anchor said one sentence that made your heart stop. The bag was found with the same golden sticker seen in several unexplained blessings across the city this week. You turned the volume down, tears filling your eyes. You understood. Your blessing was never meant for you alone. It was part of a chain reaction. A ripple of miracles spreading through hands guided by light. Something huge is waiting for you. You realized now the name printed on that bag wasn't just an identifier. It was a seal, a confirmation that your life had been seen, your pain had been measured, and your time had arrived. You were no longer waiting for your miracle. Your miracle was waiting for you to believe it had already started. Archangel Michael whispered again. The bag was never lost, my child. It was hidden in divine storage until you healed enough to carry its meaning. Something huge is waiting for you. You stepped outside, the morning wind wrapping gently around your face. A white feather floated down from the sky and landed right at your feet. You bent down, smiling through your tears, whispering, "I know it's you." And in that soft moment, every unanswered prayer in your life began to glow with understanding. Something huge is waiting for you. From that day on, things started aligning in ways you couldn't explain. Opportunities came from nowhere. People who owed you apologies reached out with sincerity. Unexpected checks, letters, and invitations started appearing. Proof that the vibration of abundance had recognized you again. You didn't chase, you attracted; you didn't beg, you received. Something huge is waiting for you. Before you returned inside, you looked up at the sky one last time. The clouds had parted slightly, forming a shape that looked like wings stretched wide across the morning sun. You smiled softly. You knew this was heaven's quiet way of saying we're still here and the story isn't over because it isn't. Something huge is waiting for you. And now you're being asked to do one small thing. Hold on to faith for the next 48 hours, stay calm, stay grateful, and stay aware. The person connected to that bag, the soul who once prayed for your safety, will reveal themselves through a sign. It might be a message, a scent, a dream, or a familiar face you thought you'd never see again. Stay tuned, my child, for the revelation that will prove your life was never ordinary. It was orchestrated. Something huge is waiting for you.